Hello. Well, I wanted to include some political signs, but I don't want this to be a political type of thing. So, but because that's coming up in the political environment and also, people voting, I thought that would be good to know because there's always going to become some kind of conversation with that. So I'll give you the signs and then we'll do, a few sentences. So the sign for Republican and Democrat, and I think I've done that in other videos too. So Republican would be an R with your right hand, and a Democrat would be a D on the left side, because Republicans are on the right side of in Congress, they sit, and then the Democrats are on the left. If you're just wanting to use your right hand, the one you write with, you could do Republican and Democrat. You can move it either way. Some people will do like conservatives and liberals. They'll do conservative and liberal. Conservative, liberal. And then there are some people who will do liberal, like save. Remember save and freedom. They'll use liberal and then conservative. I really don't like that. I've seen it done. I've had to sign it that way because this means you're narrow-minded, that you're not open to new ideas, which is not what a conservative is, and a liberal isn't just always freeing. So, but you will see those signs. So conservative and liberal, conservative and liberal, conservative and liberal, Republican and a Democrat. So those are the signs that we have. And if you have like an independent, then I would do the sign for independent. Remember, save, liberal, independent, freedom. It's all the same sign. It's like you're breaking the chains. But you could also do like conservative, independent, and Democrat. You could do that. So, it depends on the kind of conversation and how strong you want to word something. To register to vote. Now, to vote, remember you're putting your ballot. Now, the reason why this sign is this way is they used to have paper ballots that they would put into a box. When I first started to vote, that's how we did it in a small little town. So you have, with your non-dominant hand, you have your little box, but it's basically like a can. And so then your piece of paper, you're putting it in there. Vote. Vote. And this is any type of voting. Did you vote? Or do you support? Remember, we've done this with the S hand shape, and you take your hand that you write with, and you push up. You support the non-dominant hand. So remember, we did president, which is you have an open hand and you go to a closed S. It's like taking bulls. Like a bullhorn or whatever. So that's president, and the vice president, VP. The president's, and I would say, at the cabinet, it's a group of people, right? I would say group, but because if you do this for cabinet, that's Congress. Senate, we've already kind of gone over these with the other hand shapes, C hand shape, S hand shape, Congress and Senate. And constituents. So when you talk about constituents, it's like the people that support, that person or that candidate, the candidate, volunteer, candidate. You kind of pull it and then it's the person, the candidate. So register, and we already did voting, so register to vote, you can do that in two different ways. Like this is contract, we did that with the H handshake, but if you want to say you registered to vote, you could do it with an R and do it like a contract. Did you register to vote? Or you could do register. Register. Did you sign up to vote? Like when people are registering for school, I do register. This also is the sign for rules, but register, but I see it this way too. So if you see the register, 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 register. So you can do it, several different ways, but the whole point is that you're signing up. You're filling out a form. And so that's what you have to think of. You're filling out a form when you register to vote. So that's what people, if you keep that concept in mind, then the register, or even register, because people register for school. But this is also the sign for rules. So a lot of people don't like to use that. But so different regions will have different signs. And so I told you before that I really like to know all the different signs that I can, so that I will recognize it when I see it. And so you're not just stopped and going, wait, I know nothing what you said afterwards because I'm still trying to figure out what you said here. Okay, and so when you register to vote, and so you can say, oh, you need to register to vote. Have you done it? Finished? Oh, yes. I registered to vote a long time ago. Okay, good, because the elections, the elections are this November. Yeah, I know. I need to make sure that I tell my friends, my family. Yes, that'd be a good idea. So, those are the kind of signs that you would use. So we did Congress, we did Senate, we did a Congresswoman, a Congressman, a Senator. So there's make sure that you add that male and female if you're talking about your senator, your congressperson. So those are the things that you want to add onto that. So who is the congressperson? Because I don't know if it's a man or woman, right? In this area. Oh, that's John Smith. Oh, okay. So he's a good candidate. Yes, I heard wonderful things about him. My friend knows cousin or whatever, and said that they were a good person and really want to make a difference. Oh, okay. I'll make sure that I remember that name and that person and research what they want to do in this area, and I can vote for them and support them. So you can do that as well. So politics, the sign for politics or political, you take your P. It's really a K hand shape, right? But if we turn it upside down, it's a P. So it's a K hand shape. So sometimes you might want to look these up. Political. You do it right here. My glasses are kind of in the way, but it's really right here on your forehead. So political. It just does a little circle. Political. Government. It's a G hand shape, and you do the same way. Political. Government. So you have city government. You have state government. The political system. Now, sometimes people will do system. It's almost like initial, but I don't think it's necessary to do Y, and I have to remember it, so I don't usually do it. So I do system. This is the sign for system, but sometimes people will do with the Y down. Personal preference, that kind of thing. So sometimes it's not always wrong. The way they sign something. Sometimes it's an accent or an accent on your hand. So we did city government, state government, county. So this is country. And so sometimes when I do county, I will do a Y in the same way. Country, county, county government. You need to go to your congressperson in that county. So we have, and then we have federal government. So we did political, we did government, and then here's the federal with the F hand shape. The same way you sign it. Federal government, right? So your state government, your city government, the mayor. Now you can spell it, or you can, remember this is a boss, this is also captain, and I've used it for mayor with an M. the mayor because they are in charge of the city. So the mayor. The governor would be just like government, governor. The government person, governor. And so you want to be able to do all those signs. Now, sometimes for mayor, if people don't know that, because this is boss, they know this is boss, or it is a captain in the military, because you can see that, right? That whole thing and the little poofy thing that hangs down, you can see it. And so, but mayor would be the same way here. But if that people don't understand that or don't really see it, and I say see it, it's like they're not recognizing that it's mayor, then I will go ahead and spell mayor. Either way, that you want to do that. And anybody that's on their cabinet, and like the mayor's, you can say council, right? CL, their group, the council. You could do council. You could do that. CL. I wouldn't spell council just because it's council. I don't know. To me, that's more difficult. But mayor's group, the president's group. But I would distinguish between the vice president as well. Any type of people who support them, or sometimes you can be a page. Now, we would have a tendency to say they're a page, like a page in a book, but I think you should spell that one for a page. Or, lawyers are sometimes they work for senators or council people, so that they get that start. We already did the country name, so we could do like American government or American voting system. And then when you vote, we have a machine. We have the machine. Those new electronic machines. Yeah, they don't work really well, but I think they're improving them. It's better than writing down, or those papers that you had to remember that. So, so electronic voting machine. They say booth. You could say booth or booth. When I say a booth at a fair, I usually have a table, because that's usually what it is. You set up a table. But it's a voting booth. It's like this, right? You have it, this is covered and this is covered. And so then you have that little table and you just kind of push whoever. So, but I would say voting machine, or the voting place. Where do you vote? Where do you go? You go vote where? Oh, I go to the library. Oh, the library. Okay, yeah. Make sure that you find out on your voter registration card, and it has a number, your voting area, precinct area, and then you can, on the computer, you can Google it and find out where that is. It may be, sometimes it's the local library, or it's, close to like a school, or the courthouse, or there's different places. But make sure you look on your card and see where your precinct number is, and then you can find out where to vote. Oh, okay, I will do that. Thank you so much. So I think that's really good for the political part. Like I said, I didn't want to get political, but I did want to give you the signs so you can have a discussion about politics, about voting, about the president, about the vice president, and those things, and who to support, Republican and Democrat, and independent or independent. If you're going to do Republican and Democrat, let's do independent. So anyway, so practice it and have a conversation with a hearing person or a deaf person, and you will really enjoy it and have a lot of fun, and you'll realize that you can really say so many things with your expressions, with your body language, and your signs on your hands that are really deep. So I will see you later. Bye.